Renee, can you tell me a little bit about how you like to communicate with your students?
From my heart. You know, just the way I answered this question. I take a deep breath and, you know, just tell them how I feel. And I think that's been a key component with the relationships that I have with my students. You know, I just speak from my heart. So.
That's the secret, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you know how Uncle Dave, we came from reading a lot of books, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of knowledge. And there's a type of yoga called jhana yoga, which is really where we came from, the school of yoga of learning in order to become enlightened. So, you know, doing all that and having all this knowledge and growing up in that environment, I find for me now when I'm asked to speak to someone, to regurgitate that information is not helpful. It seems, I don't know, I don't like to. So what I prefer to do is regurgitate the knowledge and turn it into experience. And that is the simplicity, rather than saying, you know, well, the Bible says, or I read it, you know, this, sometimes I'll say, man, I read this somewhere, and I'll just, you know, say it. And then it's okay, you know, but my knowledge is for me, and that was amazing.
And how do you interact with nature when you're outside?
Oh, gosh. You don't have to talk so much when you're in nature.
Huh?
You don't have to talk as much when you're in nature. You become more wave and less particle when you're in a group of people or humans, especially if they're even a little bit interested in connection. There's less speaking because we're becoming enlightened, if you will. We become wave and energy, and the communication happens more that way than verbally. It's when you get locked up in a room that you kind of have to talk a little bit more. But outside, it's just shut up and color, man.